Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Okay, good to see you.
Me too. Sorry, one second. My oven is beeping. Let me just turn it off.
I don't want a
How are you
fire.
doing
You know, I
today?
don't need a fire. Let me tell you.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, where are you?
I'm located in New York, New York City.
Okay, all right. I never know where
Um,
anyone is nowadays. Really
yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter, right?
yeah, that's true. You're in Miami, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah, I'm at Miami for right now. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
awesome. Well, good.
good.
I think I mentioned in the email, but I'm the marketing director. Obviously, if this works out, we'll have
Yeah,
you.
right. That's what I'm saying. We'll have everybody there. I think it's good just for me to get a feel for what you guys do and see where it fits in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that way we can be
absolutely.
as efficient as possible and save
Yeah.
everybody's time is so valuable, so
Yes.
I don't want to have some issues where it's not fitting. Okay, so how do you pronounce your first name?
Yali.
Yali. Okay, all right. Is that like a nickname, or that's how you were?
Uh, my parents decided to come up with a random creative way. That's what I got. Today, it's a very popular name in Israel for little boys. So,
Oh, Yali. Okay, I thought it was from Yael or something. You know what I
no,
mean? But no.
no, they were just very creative.
Okay, all right, great. So basically, let me just, if you don't mind, if I'm going to record this session just for ourselves here, do you mind?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let me just record that. So it's setting up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what can you tell me about your product? And if you can, I don't know if you can share your screen as well to show me something about your product and where is it now? What's the status of it now, and where is it going? So
Yeah,
let's me.
absolutely. Let me open a new window and I'll walk you through.
Yeah.
And can you share like what angle do you want to hear
I,
more?
I, I, I guess in the development side, I wear many different hats.
Okay.
Okay. I work with a number of startups, as a matter of fact, with a number of Israeli startups, and as well as a number of up to Fortune 500 companies in mentoring and advising. I'm also a professor at the university. I also do a number of consulting work with, for instance, I don't know if you've ever been to Miami. Our university is located in Coral Gables, so the city of Coral Gables is very wealthy, and they have an innovation, trying to do IT innovation. I'm their advisor to look at innovation in terms of the city of Coral Gables. I advise a number of different groups. So, in a number of different companies and which trends they should do, especially in, AI's been thrown around and where companies should do. I do a number of lecture series that we do for businesses. And then one of our areas is real estate. As a matter of fact, at the University of Miami, we have from architecture in the School of Business, we have real estate programs where so we're doing that too. So maybe in terms of our students are very entrepreneurial. We're a private university. We're a very rich university. So a number of our students come from families that basically are in real estate, international. We have a number of international. So that's an issue too, that maybe in terms of internship, there can be so many different aspects. And
Okay, so let me
you know
walk
what
you
I'm saying?
through.
And I also work with development in advising with coding, advising with development too. So I'd like give me an overview of what you know, and then we can kind of see, if it works out, who I need, if this fits.
So
Okay.
the name of the company is Walt.
Mm-hmm.
It's here. At a very high level, what we do is we're a digital. Sorry, I can't speak.
Yeah.
A digital bank and lender. The
Mm-hmm.
idea is to take a process. Right now, we're focusing on foreign nationals who want to invest in U.S. real estate. Today, their process is very painful if they want to do it on their own. They get delays, they need to translate documents. US
Mm-hmm.
banks tell them, we don't know who you are. They tell them it's laundered money. So a lot of different process. Typically, that process takes people anything from 3 to 7 months. The idea is what we did. We take everything and we digitalize it all. And the idea is you do it all remotely under 30 days typically, and you don't have to like fly to the U.S. You don't need visa. You don't need certification and everything like that. The way it works with them.
Let me just interrupt you. So your core audience is those people from abroad that want to invest in other countries, and then
in the U.S.
Is that the key?
Yes, in the U.S. specifically. We don't do
And specifically the U.S. So all your foreign folks from other countries can invest. And then you basically also provide the properties, or they come with their properties and then this is what I want to invest in, or both?
So we don't provide the property. Typically, they either come with the property they want. So think about it as a bank.
Right.
The bank does
Right.
the ones. Or they either have one that they want, or they come to us and they say, I always wanted to invest, I don't know where. We have partners like real estate agents, brokers.
So I want to, from whatever country, I want to invest in, I want to have a condo in Miami Beach or whatever.
Right, exactly. So we can connect them with a local agent. Once they figure out which property they want to buy, they can come back to us. We do like the financials, the legal documents, and all of that.
And then your partnerships with, and you take let's say I was a partner, a realty company. It's a realty company, and I have a Miami Beach property. I sell it through your, I get the customer through your website. So do I give you any commission, or how's that working? The relationship.
So you don't give us any commission as a realtor. The idea is for realtors, and we've had them, and they say this is exactly the benefits, is when they have an international client, the client comes to them and they say, I don't even have a social security number. Right. So they have to help them open a bank. They have to fly in. Typically, the deal takes them also 3 to 6 months. With us, they get to close the deal within 30 days. So that's like their biggest benefit. We don't charge them anything. They just bring us the client. We sometimes have like referral fees and stuff like that for partnership, but it doesn't cost the real estate professional any money.
So you if at all you pay them for a referral, they don't pay you for the referral to use your platform.
Correct.
So who's paying for the platform?
The end client. So again, think about it as every.
Okay, and what is the cost of that?
So it's part of the mortgage. Like the biggest part that we give is a mortgage. That's our business model. We do additional services to enable you to take a mortgage as a foreigner, but it's all like part of that fee.
So you're a mortgage company too?
Yes. So we're a digital bank, digital mortgage company.
Okay. All right. So got it.
So what we do is we help people with an investor kit, all the like legal documentation, bureaucracy. They can get it with us. They get an LLC, IEIN. They have an FDIC insured bank through us. Then they can get pre-approved to shop around. They can exchange their money with us. Again, someone came from, let's say, Mexico. They can exchange to the local currency. They don't have it's very competitive. From there, they get from us up to 75% mortgage to really finance what they do. We know currently about 40 or 50% of foreign nationals don't take mortgages, typically because it's hard, they don't know, and so they don't take advantage of the whole idea of
So if I were Mexico and I had all cash, will you take an all cash deal? Or
so
only
we're a mortgage lender.
So it's just mortgages. Okay, so you're giving them the opportunity. Hey, you don't have to do those all cash deals, and then it's also more suspicious when you do those all cash deals. You're giving them the mortgage. Okay, got it.
And we've already had people that came and said, I want to buy a house for, let's say, $300, and I have all cash.
Yeah.
And now they've learned that they finally can do a mortgage in an easy way. They say, now I can buy 3 houses.
And they think that this way it's going to be. They wouldn't even know. They don't need the mortgage, but this way it's also convenient that you provide that. Okay, got it. So it's a mortgage banking. Okay.
And then the last part is they sign it all digitally. So again, in the past they had to fly in, sign. Right. We digitalized the whole process for them.
Got it.
And then part of it, our platform, and I don't remember where I have a visual of it, but our platform, you can see kind of like as if you're managing your own portfolio. If you have a few houses, you can see it. You can see what's happening.
So you log in with I see the login. I see I see where is the status of all my property. So it's basically I can drill down and see everything, and I imagine I can see where I am in the process too. That I'm waiting on whatever form or whatever.
Exactly.
Bank.
So
okay.
The whole idea is, and again, as I mentioned, we're FDIC insured, up to $250 per usual. You stay informed what you just said throughout the process. You know, right now we're insurance, right now we're appraisal, so you really have visibility to it. And once you purchase the house, it's obviously yours. We're not like a different companies that you own a part of. This is completely your property.
Right. You're not sharing in your name is not there. You're just the mortgage.
Correct. Okay. Exactly. So that's high level what we do and how we work. Any questions or something you would like me to go into more detail?
So basically I come in, let's say if I were wanting, then I'm in Mexico, wherever I am, I want to buy a couple of properties in Miami Beach, and then you get me, I guess, in touch with some realtors. They get me those two or three properties. I go through this process with you, and then I get the mortgage from you, and then let's say I default on I'm not paying my mortgage, then you basically take it back, or how you're just like another mortgage company. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then you basically, the United States views you as what? A mortgage bank based where?
The United, sorry?
But basically the government then, if they were going to do any auditing of you.
So like behind the scene, we work with a bank called Region Bank. That's like how we have the online banking.
You work with whom?
Regent Bank.
Oh, Regent Bank. So basically, Regents Bank is taking over. So if I were a customer, Regents Bank really is my lender, or it's you?
No. So sorry, Regent Bank is just for the online digital banking.
Okay.
That's one vendor of us. So that's where the FDIC bank account of all your transactions are. We are the direct lender. You get the mortgage from us. You pay us every month the mortgage fees. So we're. I can share. Am I still sharing the screen?
Yeah, you are. So if I see these states there, these are the states that you can.
We actually operate in 40. It's not still updated. We're still working on startups.
But you have 40, and basically your banking is your basic properties and banking is the United States. So if I were wanting to buy, so you have nothing to do with Israel, it's only the other way. So if I wanted to buy an apartment in Tel Aviv, it would not go through you, it's just for those. And if I were a U.S. citizen based here, could I go through you?
Yes, we actually have people like that. We have someone in Boston that found us. He's Israeli, but he's already American. He said, I don't want to fly to Ohio every time I need to see something. I just want to buy. So it's now becoming like a very digital way to.
Right. So right now you're doing like international, but you can do, if I'm in the U.S. and I want to buy in Texas.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Yeah. I can go through your process too. It's not just for nationals.
Correct. It's just we built it for those with the
that was your need. That was your problem that you were trying to solve, and now you can go to other areas as possibilities.
Yeah, it's a convenient situation. Like we don't require a visa, for example. If you don't have a visa to visit, it doesn't mean you can't buy property.
Yeah, right.
So we solved a lot of issues for the more extreme, those who still want to enjoy our service.
And you can sell to anyone in any country?
So there's a restricted list of countries that is not allowed to. So, for example, I think now Russia is on it, Venezuela. So we follow
Okay, but who knows what will change? Everything can change in a minute. Right.
Exactly.
Right. Who knows? Soon we can sell from Gaza. Right. Okay. So go ahead.
Yeah, and the other part of it too is the way we qualify people for a mortgage. Typically in the U.S., to get a mortgage, you need to show your monthly
Yeah,
income,
yeah.
you have money. We understand that a lot of people have different situations, so
Right.
we don't need to make sure that you have a monthly payment because you're using it for investment. You're not
Right.
going to move in.
Right. You don't have to pay the rent. Yeah.
Exactly. So what we do is we do two things. One, we qualify that the property is a good investment, that you're going to probably get more rent than you get to pay the.
Right.
The second part is for the down payment. We verify that money wasn't laundered, that you got it from wherever it is.
So you have that need, basically, know your customer. You're following those for the United States.
Exactly.
That you're not okay. So you and then you report that. I guess as a mortgage lender, you're reporting that as well.
Yes. Okay. And I don't know the specifics, so I can. If it's
no, it doesn't. I'm just okay. I understand.
And then the other benefit is because we're a global company, you don't need like a lot of banks ask you to translate and notarize.
Yeah, right. You'll do that, and especially now with AI, that's much easier to do. You don't have to go out to a number of folks.
So the idea is to simplify a process that typically takes 3 to 7 months to make it digitalized, allow people to have the leverage from a mortgage, do it all digital. And we have most of our clients close within 30 days, which is even fast for Americans buying in Pearl City.
Right.
So that's a high level from a company perspective, because it sounds like you're involved from startup. We officially launched in July. Before that, we had a lot of beta customers to make sure that the process worked and all of that. But we did a big PR and kind of launch for everyone in July, and the company's been starting to build it, I think, 3 years now. But we really wanted to make sure the technology is there, the regulation is there, kind of like all the bureaucracy that we're doing things correctly.
No, you could get yourself in big trouble with you doing this. You know what I mean? It's not like a little app that you're throwing out. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Right.
You're dealing also with the U.S. government as well, and with people's money. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And there's a lot of there's especially we're at the University of Miami. Miami is the capital of basically fraud too. So we got a lot of scams going. We can praise it. Healthcare fraud, real estate fraud, a number of different frauds. So we're king on that. So that was the way. And when you think about foreign investments here, it's keeping, I guess, in all these big cities. Okay, got the idea. And so now you're up and running. Is that the? And how many now? Do you disclose that? How many you?
I don't think I can.
But you're up and running, and now you can do it. Okay, so what's next for you? So what is next for your company? What are you looking for?
I will let the CEO.
Okay. Okay. All right. But I'm just saying. Right. Okay. But I got the idea.
Is expansion. Obviously, naturally, we're a startup from Israel, so a lot of our first clients came from Israel. We haven't done like any.
Yeah, when I was in Israel, it was interesting. It was when the crash in 2008, and I was there, and it was interesting. We had an account, and it was interesting that the bank manager, first thing he asked is, "Oh, in Miami, can you buy us a condo in Miami?" The bank manager, you know what I mean? So it was like the idea, right? So it was a number of them were saying, yeah, I have a place in Jacksonville and so forth. So I know there's a group of Israelis that do that, I guess they do it manually in Israel. They get, hey, you want to invest in Jacksonville or something like that, you can go through us. And as a matter of fact.
We work with some of them because they also want leverage. And
right. So I'm just saying, I had one of my relatives, he just basically said that I said, what do you have? And then I said, how'd you get this? But anyway, so there's some kind of groups that do that. So you work with them as well, right?
If they want to partner with us, and those who did, they found the benefits to be amazing. So we partner. So I would say from like expansion and what's next, mostly like Latin America, Canada. These are markets that already buy in the U.S.
Right. No, they're easy pickings in that sense. Yeah. So you can basically think, Canada.
Yeah, so there's a lot to grow, and we haven't touched Europe and Asia.
And especially more and more, yeah.
Exactly.
And so who do you know who your competitors are? Do you have competitors in this space?
So typically the way we view it is you you have the traditional banks, that is a competitor.
Right, of course, that you can go to a traditional, right.
Yes. There's a few startups that maybe take different parts of the process. So some enables you to open an LLC from the start, but then they don't let you have a bank account. Some let you have a bank account, but they don't give the mortgage. We're really the only company that from start to finish, you can work with us and everything is done on our platform. There's a few that startups, one of them is Israeli as well, that are closer and they have some of the services, but we're the only one who truly offers like almost everything you need in one
so
platform.
far. Yeah. And I guess your idea is it's harder to, there's always going to be competition. You just have to be work harder and do better. Yeah. So that okay.
And to your point on regulation, like make sure we follow that.
Yeah, and also to keep track. Every day we're flooded today. With Trump, it's like who knows what's the next one coming down the road. You know what I mean? So it's
we can't predict that, but yeah.
Yeah, but you have to be up to date and wait and make what you got.
Yeah.
Okay, and your group then is located where? I guess your development is done where?
Development is mostly in Israel. In Europe, mostly Spain.
Spain.
Go-to-market, marketing, sales, regulation, mortgage teams are all in the U.S.
Makes sense.
Our headquarters being in Miami.
Miami, okay, that's great.
And then maybe just like an anecdote, I don't know if that is, our founder, he has a very interesting story that connects to all of this, and this is how he started. He, in the last, I think, 20 years, lived in like 8 different countries. Every time he went somewhere and he tried to buy property or open a bank account, they always treated him as like he just got off the boat.
Yeah, no, second class, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And no matter how much he had, and he had a big company.
It's also, they don't know, right.
Exactly, they don't know. And then when COVID hit, he wanted to buy properties in New York. He understood that was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
I think it took him like 9 months and flights all over during COVID just to get it.
Yeah. Then that became for a need for him. Okay. Exactly. And what did he do before this?
He had a big, what's it called? A big company in China, actually, for the last 8 years.
Doing what?
It was M&A, like global transactions. So he knows like 8 different languages. His story is very fascinating.
No, but what was his? So what? He still has that company?
I don't actually know. That's a good question.
Okay, so we'll see.
I am not sure.
Okay. Need to know. It may not. I guess I'm interested where his focus. Okay, and in terms of raising funds.
So back in July, I think we raised Series A, a total of 24 so far. And that's why we did also a big PR push, and that's when we announced ourselves to the world. So that's from that, and we have 2 VCs, both of them from Israel, TLV Partners and Aleph, supporting us.
Okay.
And the team keeps growing. I think we're 35 now.
And your CEO also comes to Miami or no?
He's located in Miami, yeah.
Oh, he is. He lives in Miami now? Okay, easy.
Yeah. So let me know how.
Yeah, so it's interesting. You can let him know. I'm going to, I'm a featured speaker at this company conference called IT Expo. You can look it up. It's in Fort Lauderdale. It's on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And I'm going to be there. And on Wednesday, they have like a reception, an expo reception. And maybe if he has time, I can get him a pass, a free pass. I don't know what his schedule is, and we can even meet him there. And then the head of the conference, it's interesting, I had another Israeli company that I introduced. He's doing more tech of conversational AI. He does a number of conferences. And I introduced him to the founder of this company, and the founder of this company invests a lot as well. So it may be good for me to make an introduction to this, the founder of this company. As a matter of fact, his background, he's Iranian Jew, but his father started this company and he continues on this. His name is Rich Teherani. But it'd be interesting. I'm going to be meeting with a couple of people there. Let him know that if since he is he in Miami this week? But you can check. You can see. Tell him that this Wednesday from 5 to 7 we can meet and we can be at the reception, and then I can introduce him to some other folks, and he'll be with some other folks that do a lot of investing as well.
Okay.
That'll be interesting. I just see, I mean, it's just a coincidence, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be great. Let me ask him.
So interested, and then I can get him I can get him a pass that he can go in free, and then he can meet with us, from like 5 to 7 on Wednesday. I'm not sure if we're going to be on Thursday there, but this is nice. You get free drinks, you get something to eat, and we can talk. And then it's an expo too on AI, a number of different companies. It's like in tech. They have a number of different sections there, and I've been involved and an advisor to this company as well. And it's interesting. My other Israeli connections, they were going to do a business partnership with them as well. So I always and then they also come, and the head there has also come to my seminars here. So it's a number of different ways that and I'd like to see, what I mean, see what it is in any way that I can help in supporting you folks. I'm interested.
Absolutely. And if whether he comes or not, I know initially we chatted.
Yeah.
Maybe lecture. What is that?
Yeah, and you know what it is it's interesting too if you guys are looking for internships. I'm teaching this semester online via Zoom, just like this. So what's a nice thing is I have my classes where we have a number. They're business students, they're tech students. A lot of them are in real estate. Their families are, it's international. So it'd be interesting even to come to that class. You can come in easy, you know what I mean, and come into the class. We have a number of guest speakers coming in from around the world, and this is easy because a lot of times it's hard for me. I have to adjust it because of Israel time, when they come in. I have evening classes, so, I have like 5 o'clock, or at 7. It's harder for the Israelis to come in, but if he's here in Miami, it's perfect timing.
Yeah, no, that's great. And what is this part of? What program is this?
This is with the School of Business at the University of Miami. So I wear a number of different hats. I'm a professor in business technology also at the university. I also do some work with the medical school in terms of helping physicians bring their research to product. So I work with them as well. So these are kind of interesting that I do, but this would be, I'm just saying in a way in which, he can come in for about, even 20 minutes. And then afterwards, if you guys are interested, even one is a lot of these parents would be interested because they're international based. And two, a number of these students are really eager to have opportunities. And if you guys are in Miami, a lot of it can be done remotely, but if you guys are in Miami, the students are looking for even internships, and all you have to do, sometimes even free internships. Sometimes they take it for credit, non-credit. If they take it for credit, you just have to let us know what they do, or, ways in which. What I like about that is if, it doesn't work out, it's easy to say, hey, the semester's over, you finish your project, they can go away. The other side, if they're really fantastic, it's an opportunity, to say, let's do another internship, a paid internship the following semester, and then you can even hire them if possible. But that's the nice idea that they are in, and they have international, many of them know many different languages.
Yeah.
And so this is a great opportunity to work on.
So let's do this. I'll send him a note.
Yeah, you have my number? My cell? Let me just put it in the chat here. I'll put my number, and you can have him. He can text me if you like. What's his name?
Yuval.
Okay, Yuval. Okay, so put. So here's my number, and it's
Awesome.
I guess it's the and it's a expo too, so he can go around and even see the show if he wants. So if he wants this, I put it for you too.
Perfect. Okay, I'll reach out to him.
Reach out to me, and then we can see where it is. I do a number of seminar series for, we can have him do that. But first, let's see, that we can set up a relationship, and then we can see where it fits. But it's interesting. I understand that's what I thought it was, but I understand better.
Very impressive speaker and background and just.
Pardon?
He's a very impressive speaker.
Yeah, that's good. And so that's what I'm saying. So it can be like a first introduction, a short one, and then when we have others, he can, speak with others so you can think about it. Okay, great. Okay, Yanni, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. If you never need anything from me, you have all my information.
Sounds good. You have a great one.
You too. Ciao, ciao. Bye. So let's stop the recordings.
Process is very painful if they want to do it on their own. They get delays,